what free is, nigga? What's free? Free is when nobody else can tell us what to be.
Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready.
Shwari kabisa.
You look amazing. You sound amazing.
Jeff, ready for the show?
Yeah.
You know it, bro. You know it.
From toe
Emmanuel Toe to Stephen Leto.
Mame.
One more.
Yo, what
Wait.
One more commercial.
Pressure nyingi.
Nitolea maji.
Mama.
Yes, Miss Mama. Pape.
And welcome to Palm Sunday, the beginning of the holiest month in the Christian calendar.
We will be marking Good Friday on Friday.
That's right.
And then
Easter Sunday.
Easter Sunday, Easter Monday.
It's not really
So it's the Easter
Monday.
weekend.
I think it's
I
just
call it
Monday
Easter
holiday,
Monday.
yeah?
It's Easter Monday.
Okay,
We'll
so
Google.
in the meantime, on the show today, one of the most controversial playwrights ever, or in recent history. There's a play that you all know called Echoes of War. And it's been written and produced by none other than former UDA Secretary General Cleophas Malala, who's in the studio here today. He joins us, and we're going to be interviewing him a little later on. But the first question I'd like to ask you is, are you a politician or are you a playwright?
I am a playwright. Before I became a politician, I am a playwright. I started writing plays 25 years ago. These Echoes of War is my 82nd play to do. And therefore, from this perspective, I am an artist, I am a playwright, I am a director.
Real quick, you were removed as Secretary General of UDA.
Yep.
When you wrote this play, was this sort of a revenge on the Kenya Kwanza government?
Jeff, I started conceptualizing the idea of this play in June, immediately after the Gen Z demonstrations. By then, I was still the Secretary General of UDA. I do not write plays because of my personal perception of life. I write plays, I'm inspired by the events unfolding in our society. And therefore, it will be wrong for somebody to say that I write plays to revenge or to advance my political agenda. I have done plays on social, topical issues. This year, I have done play on doping. I have done plays on dissemination of information on HIV/AIDS. I have done, this year, I did a play on the plight of police officers. And therefore, I just choose a topical section in the society and do a creative piece out of it. And therefore, it is wrong. I do not intend to advance any political agenda using my plays.
Did the script change from the regional competition to what we call, I guess, provincial, or to the final? Did it change in between?
I wrote this script and I made a commitment even to the cast, because last year we did not perform very well with the girls because the play kept on changing and they did not have time to internalize the play. I made a personal commitment to them this year that I'm going to give them a full script and we will do very minimal changes. The adjudication sheets from the sub-county to the county and the regional level, all adjudication sheets, we had 9 adjudicators appointed by the Ministry of Education. They gave it a green light. They said, this is a wonderful script. So at what point did they start seeing change in that script? The script that was performed at regionals was given a green light by 3 adjudicators, and we scored 90%. 90%. And they said, this is a wonderful script. The adjudication sheets are documents before the court, and nobody should be incriminated for changing. No rule says that you cannot change a script. Pieces of work grow.
So what changed?
Maybe, and you see the people who said change, I have seen some letter circulating in the social media of the principal trying to put blame on the drama patron to show cause why the script changed. I want to say here, and let her challenge me, the principal of Butere Girls watched the play the first time at regionals. He had never watched the play before. So her writing a letter wanting to put now blame on an innocent teacher whose work was purely administrative. You all know the drama patron's work is purely administrative. So why would you want now to put all this load on an innocent teacher? The principal is retiring in 2 months' time, and therefore she does not want to spoil her career, and therefore she has taken all this load, placed it on the drama patrons. I want to say that that is very unfair. And the principal is doing that not from her own instructions, but from instructions from above. Mm-hmm. And therefore they want to put all this load. The person who wrote Echoes of War is Cleophas Malala. The person who directed Echoes of War is Cleophas Malala. If they have a question on the content of the Echoes of War, they should ask me.
And no one's asking you?
Nobody's asking me. Now they want to put all this blame on innocent. I have been training Butere Girls for the last 15 years. They have done my 15 plays. Of the 82 plays, Butere Girls have done 15. And therefore, it is in bad faith for you to deny a child an opportunity to be prepared. We had to train the girls at night because the girls had traveled all day from Butere. When they arrived at Kirobon at around 3-4, they were locked into a room and told not to rehearse. And then they were told, you will perform the following day at 6 a.m. In the history of drama festivals, no item has ever been performed at 6. So to me, I thought this was a strategic step to ensure that the innocent girls of Butere Girls are denied their rights to present. They were told to present without props. The lorry that was carrying their props and deckers was blocked. When you are a Secretary General, the constitution of the party dictates that you become the party's spokesperson. Recently, you saw Sifuna does not agree totally with the William Ruto's administration. But when they were going to sign an MOU at KICC, he had to speak on behalf of the party. I know Sifuna. Whatever he was reading was the position of the party. His position we know. He does not agree with William Ruto. And therefore, when you are given an opportunity, and I want to believe, even you, Jeff and Vic, Olive, and Olive, you do not, all these things you are reading here, you do not. So, and I want to tell Murkomen, these people you are calling children, they are seeing, they participate in the events of this country. They know what is going on. So when you call them children, they are not supposed to know anything. That is a mistake. As we speak right now, the cast that acted Echoes of War, in 2027, they will be voters. So will you still call them children? No. And therefore, I am committed to ensure, I have said I will use an adult cast to perform the play, but before that performance, we must, even in the script, we do not have any slogan that goes Sultan must go. Read the script. It's circulated all over social media. We do not have any word. I'm a renowned scriptwriter. I cannot be that pedestrian in scripting. I use symbols, I use idioms, I use metaphors. So it's upon you to interpret. And be it as it may, what is the mistake of saying Ruto must go? In 2006, Ruto himself used to say Kibaki must go. So was it right for him? If I was in the government, I would ask William Ruto, be a father to these children. You cannot use force on our children. You cannot use dictatorship and intimidation on our children. Be a father. But also, I would, before I talk to William Ruto, I would use Mama Rachel Ruto to step into this. Because one, She's an old girl of Butere Girls. In fact, the patron of the Alumni Association of Butere Girls. If you cannot speak when your own school is being disadvantaged, is being intimidated, is being tear-gassed, when will you speak, Mama Rachel Ruto? We need to hear your voice. Now, as a mother, how are we going to have a resolution to this matter? Every play has got a conflict and a resolution. Even in this play that is being acted now by... I was taken from Kirobon to Nakuru Central Police Station. And then they took me after 1 hour, placed me in the boot of a Subaru, and then took me in some wilderness. And to my recollection, I think it was Baringo County. So I was taken to that wilderness in fields, and they stopped at around 12 midnight. I was left in that Subaru alone, and every occupant of that Subaru disappeared.
In the boot?
No, yeah, I was left in the boot in the Subaru alone. Now, but the occupants disappeared. So I was left there thinking, I don't know what they wanted to do to me. After 1 hour, they came back, drove me to Elder Maravin Police Station. It was quite torturous for me.
Were you scared?
Very scared, of course, in the middle of... I would urge him, first of all, even if he cannot give the girls an opportunity, let him read the text of that play. The text of that play has no offensive language at all.
So there is no chanting in the play that goes, Ruto must go.
The play is circulated all over media. The play is an artistic play. In fact, set in a fictitious setup of in the Middle East. We have a person there called Sultan. I don't have a character called William Ruto. So why does he think that that Sultan is him? That play exposes the ever-widening gap between the young generation and the older generation across the world. Last year you saw the Gen Zs in Kenya, in Uganda, in Nigeria, in Syria. So this play addresses that concern across the world, not in Kenya. Why is Museveni not complaining about echoes of war? So I want to call upon, I have seen the president committing that is going to deal with those people interacting. I hope this is not another lie. I hope he is committed to that resolve. When you trace the history of the person who is trying to bring order to in these echoes of war, trace the history of his hate to children, all the way from Kiamba Church to Langata School saga, to abductions of our children now.
Was he,
to Butere Girls.
Was he, you know, I don't know, was he directly linked to what happened in Kiamba? Those are very serious allegations.
I'm saying trace the history. They are documented in court sessions, international court sessions. Those are not my words. Dig the archives of international courts.
Would you want him to watch the play?
I would urge him, first of all, even if he cannot give the girls an opportunity, let him read the text of that play.
You like me, why them a fight me? You like me, chewing a bone with a bite. We don't trust them, even if we bust them. We don't trust them, stay far, not touch them. We don't trust them, hope your man a sub them. Informer, me say you must them.